What's your name?
Guillermo.
How old are you, Guillermo?
I am 47.
What's your race?
I'm considered Hispanic, but my family, they are all mixed up with Indian, but I come from Mexico.
So did you grow up in the U.S.?
No, I grew up half of my life in Mexico and like 20 years and the rest over here in the United States.
So how long have you lived in the United States?
I came to the United States in 1992, trying to follow in my family because my family is an immigrant family.
Have you lived in Albuquerque since?
Yeah, since that time I've been here all the time. I cannot go nowhere because at the same time I am undocumented. I don't have my papers to be legal in this country.
What is your sexual orientation?
Well, I consider myself gay because since I was a little kid, I never had an attraction for a girl, but you know, with the culture, it's usually you can show your family that you are straight when you are not.
Are there other identities that you have or things that are important to you?
People discriminate even for being Spanish speaker. It's not easy for me to express myself.
And you're also HIV positive.
Yes, during this life, like two guys, and we were together, I suffered a lot of about domestic violence because they were so possessive with me. When I came to Albuquerque, I wanted to go really bad to school because I wanted to learn a lot. First, I registered myself to CNM to get some English classes, and they never let me to go to the school. It was really, really hard. When I found my third boyfriend, he was open to all the possibilities for me to do a lot of stuff, and he helped me a lot. We were together. We started going out since 2000, and in 2005, it's when I found out that I got the HIV virus. And it was really, really sad for me. I was really depressed because I was thinking that I was the only guy in his life.
Could you maybe talk about now and how being positive affects your relationships?
Well, with my family, I can say that it's easy for me to disclose my status with my brothers, but not with my mom because she's really old and she's sick, and I don't want to be the cause of if something's happened to her.
So how do you think your day-to-day life is different being HIV positive?
Not everybody is gonna accept me the way that I am, the way that I act, or the way that I talk, and less if I'm gonna tell them that I am positive.
Do you think you had access to HIV prevention services before you were exposed?
In Hispanic culture, people, they don't talk about HIV. They don't want to know if you are infected. When I came to Albuquerque, I never have any problems with getting information, condoms, or anything. Only the people that don't want to get help, it's the one that is more affected. And I think on the Hispanic culture, they just reject the situation and the help.
I guess I'm just asking about your identities and then like society in general.
And talking about work, it is hard for me to find me a job because I don't have a social security number. Even if I got a bachelor's degree in Spanish and Portuguese and Latin American studies, the people is not gonna hire me because of my legal situation, and it's kind of hard, but I'm trying to do my best just to survive, you know. Yes, I just want to say that it is gonna be really hard for me if I have to come back to Mexico because I have a lot of friends there that they are infected with the virus, and they have to come to El Paso, Texas to get medicine and everything, treatment. I would like to do a lot of stuff, but it's not in my right hand or my left hand that I can do something to help the people. It's impossible. Sometimes I try to do my best, even when my best friends ask me questions about the situation, but sometimes it's not easy for me to try to help, you know. Because first they don't accept themselves for about what they are passing, and they don't look for the opportunities that like here in New Mexico, the government is it's given to all the people.
You do you feel like you get better care here in the United States than you do in Mexico, as for HIV or healthcare in general?
Yes, that's what I'm scared of going back to Mexico. If something's happened to me, in case if I get deported, or I will be really scared about being there because I know that I'm not gonna be able to get all the medications the New Mexico provide to me. So at the same time, I'm scared of being documented. I'm scared of being HIV positive, and I'm scared of being deported.
How do you think we can do our job better?
Well, if we can talk about culture, every culture is different, and it is most vulnerable. I think the Hispanic culture, they don't like to learn, and it's better to touch that part, get to them, because it's the kind of people that they don't want to get tested. Even if they find out that they are infected, they just don't say it. They just because they feel guilty and they feel ashamed for the situation, and they don't tell nobody. And this is like a cycle that they keep infecting people and more people and more people. It had to be probably with the machismo. There's a lot of stuff that is going on all together.
When you were diagnosed, how did you go about finding care for your HIV?
My ex-lover or boyfriend, he was supporting me at all, in everything, because I know that he knew that he gave me the virus, and probably he was feeling guilty, and he's still supporting me, because for everything that I need, like any document that I have to present, he's my supporter. For every document he signed, that he's always supporting me, and I think that's a good stuff, because without him, probably it could not be easy for me to get medications. But other than that, it's really easy to apply and to get the medicines and treatment. It's just we just need to look for it. There's a lot of people that just get stuck and they get depressed and they stop looking. But one of my things is that I've been keep looking for everything that I need, even food. Even if I have to feed myself, and if I don't have money, well, I can live with that, because it's not easy for me when I don't have a job and I have to pay bills. But the support that I have with my ex-boyfriend is helping me a lot. Can you imagine if I had to pay rent, or I could be homeless in this time? Another point that I just wanted to add is when it happened, this problem with the Obamacare, I was really scared, because I was really, really depressed, because they were saying on the news that undocumented people is not able to get any kind of help. For some reason, when I talked with my case manager, she told me that I was enrolled, and for me to don't be worried.
One question is, what are the top 5 stressful things that you have to deal with, and how do they affect your health?
That it's not easy to find a job for being undocumented, and it stressed me a lot, because sometimes, even if my ex-boyfriend support me, sometimes I don't have nothing to eat, and I have to go to eat to my mom's, things like that. Another one is if it's any problem with the family, looks like the medication that I take makes me feel really sick, and I get really, really depressed. Another one is that it's not easy for me to disclose my status with my mom, even if I have a really close relationship with her. But I don't want to feel guilty about cause her to go to the hospital, because she is already old, and it's really, really hard for me.
How regularly were you getting tested?
I consider myself that I'm not a promiscuous person, because during all my life I only has been with 3 people. My first relationship was like for 7 years, and the second one for 5 years, and this last one for 10-12 years. And I was thinking that the relationship was so good and they don't cheat on you, but it happened.
So what would you like the younger generation in all those communities, the younger undocumented kids, the younger gay people, to know about HIV?
Because parents, they don't talk with the younger generations at all. in my culture. I don't know about American culture, but in the Hispanic culture, they don't talk about sex, they don't talk about nothing.
When did you recognize the role that being gay, Hispanic, undocumented, etc., played in who you were in the world?
Even with my ex-boyfriends, only because I was a Latino and Hispanic, and they used to discriminate, abusing me, telling me words and things like that, really, really bad words, and even sometimes hitting me. One time with my first ex-boyfriend, I was really, really tired of him, and he really raped me, and that's how I finished the relationship, because I knew that he was going through something really, really worse, and I wanted to end it up the relationship. And on the second relationship that I had, it was about the drinking problem with I was thinking that I have to be drinking and doing drugs used to make happy my lover, and we were doing together the same thing, but what happened is that it was damaging the relationship.
Just what are like the 5 most beneficial things that helped you to deal with your health?
I changed a lot of the style that I used to live before, because growing up in a Hispanic family, there's a lot of machismo in the Hispanic culture that stop you to let it go when something that you have to say or something that you have to do. I have to learn a lot of stuff, and thanks to my education that I got, it is helping me a lot, and I can accept a lot of things. But before, I used to be like, even if I was gay, I used to believe that I have to react like every macho man, just that everything has to be on my way. But thanks to going to school, I learned how to socialize and understand why I have to keep balance in my life.
So could you maybe talk about machismo a little more? And
yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter, you have to be gay or straight, but the machismo, it have a lot to do with your life, because you keep following the same rules that you learned in the past, and what happened is that if you don't accept it, you have to change your life. It's gonna destroy you completely, you know.
Do you have any last comments on that? How society affects your health, or anything about your identity and how you think that has what that has to do with HIV or your health and things like that?
Well, being an Hispanic person, sometimes when you are Hispanic, even if you are gay, you try to hide yourself, like you don't want to tell nobody that you are gay because of that. It's getting worse when you tell the people that you are HIV positive, and it's like like a big problem. But I consider that a lot of Hispanic people, they don't disclosure, they don't even say that they are gay, they don't even like to talk about HIV, and just because people still scared about the situation. And I have to learn a lot of stuff through my life, through all these years, that I had to, for me to feel well and to feel better, just to let it go and say everything that I have to say.
So could you maybe break it down for us more? Why do you think being Hispanic, like as a Hispanic person, it's hard for you to disclose I'm gay or I'm HIV positive or things like that?
And I think everything has to be with the family, probably because they keep living in the same old style that it doesn't care, you know.